Now, as many of you know, there is a mosquito problem up here in Alcudia and also going along to Puerto Pollensa too, largely because of the nature reserve that lies behind the resort. So I got in touch with Tomás Adrover, who is the Environmental Councillor up here in Alcudia, to talk to him about what is being done about the mosquito situation this year. Now, I came up here last week and Tomás gave me a complete whirlwind tour of the entire resort. So I'm going to retrace our steps, and unfortunately he doesn't speak English, so I'm going to fill you in with exactly what he told me about what's been done about mosquitoes in Majorca for this summer. Now you can see I'm at the back of Alcudia beach here, just on the path, and I'm right in front of the Sun Wing Hotel, and I'm walking down this way for a reason, but I'll get to that in a minute. But first of all, why did we get so many mosquitoes at the end of 2022? Well, you may well remember, if you look back at the videos, that we had a very long summer and we had extremely high daytime temperatures going well on into November. Now, Tomás was telling me that these mosquitoes do not go by season, they don't look at the calendar. If the temperatures are hot, then they are going to continue to breed, and particularly after we had such rainy conditions as well in September and also for a few days in October too, well, that just worsened the mosquito situation, particularly as these temperatures then went on to be very hot and sunny as we headed on into November. Okay, so I'm going to head in off the beach now onto Calle Minerva, which runs right alongside the Sun Wing Hotel, and I'm going to let you know about the first course of action that the council here in Alcudia is going to make with regards to mosquito control for this summer. So I'm up here on Calle Minerva right behind the beach, and I'm here to show you quite possibly what no other YouTuber has shown you in Alcudia Beach Resort. I'm going to be showing you some drains. Now, the council here has programmed between 6 or 8 treatments for the tiger mosquitoes which do lurk in these drains. Now, you can see from the weather that we had last week that whenever it does rain here, the water drains away, and of course it'll sit stagnant as well underneath the road. Now, this ends up being an ideal breeding ground for tiger mosquitoes, and I was absolutely flabbergasted to hear that tiger mosquitoes didn't exist on the island until maybe somewhere between 7 and 9 years ago, which is just incredible to hear. Now, these tiger mosquitoes that lurk around in the drains around Alcudia Beach Resort do cause a problem, so this is why the treatment is going to start early this year. They're going to try and zap those mosquitoes, and they're going to keep up with these treatments as we go on through the summer. Now, we stayed at the BQ Delphine Azul Hotel, which is just across the road, last summer, and I was really pleased to say that I didn't get bitten once during July when we stayed here. And of course, you know, I come up to Alcudia quite often as well, and it was only really in October when we started to see that mosquito problem materialise. Now, Tomás told me that an ecological insecticide to combat mosquitoes will be put into these drains, probably starting off in late spring actually, to try and combat this problem, and with regular treatments as well. Hopefully this will try and reduce mosquito numbers as we go through the summer months. So we're going to jump into the car now, we're going to head on over towards Club Mac, and I'm going to let you know what's happening over there too. Now you can see I'm at the back of the rather wonderful Club Mac hotel complex here, and in the past as well, in previous years, we've heard that some visitors have had considerable problems suffering from mosquitoes. Now, this is because, and if I'm just looking at the area around me, it's because of this marshland that we do have right behind the back of the hotel. But Tomás brought me down here and he said that this whole area here is going to be treated before the summer season, so let's see if the problems are going to arise again this summer. Fingers crossed they won't. Now, as many of you do know, Club Mac neighbours Hydro Park Water Park. You can see there's an entrance just across the road here from the Club Mac entrance. I have to say as well that in all the years that I have been visiting Hydro Park Water Park during the summer, I've never been bitten by mosquitoes. So I didn't go at the end of last season. Maybe there was a problem here, quite possibly, but fingers crossed for this year, we're not going to see the same problems that we had at the end of last season up here in Alcudia. Okay, so from here we're going to head on in this direction over towards the Bellvue complex. Now I'm over in the Bellvue holiday complex, whole entire area here, and many of you will know this area very well. It's surrounded by hotels. We've got the Bellvue here, I've got the Siesta apartments just straight ahead of me too. But of course we've got waterways as well down here, and I'm right on the edge here of Es Lac Grande, which you can see on Google Maps. Now again, this is a huge wetland up here. It's a prime mosquito breeding area, but once again I've been assured that this entire area, as well as the area right in front of Rancho Ses Roques, the kind of the swampy marshy area around that area and down towards the Lagamonte Hotel as well, will be treated. Now the mosquito problem is not just dependent upon the treatments that the council are going to make. The council are also working in conjunction with the Hotel Federation up here in Alcudia for best practice too, and to try and reduce these mosquito numbers, even if it means not leaving standing water around as well. A lot of the hotels do wash down their swimming pool areas at night, and so of course these areas can get very wet. They can become mosquito breeding areas, but it's just to try and educate as well a lot of the hoteliers into not leaving standing water around for these mosquitoes to breed in. Now I just want to say as well that it's not just down to Alcudia Town Council or the hotels either. The council can only treat the land around here, the public land. They cannot treat the private land. So all the private properties that we have in this area as well, it's the responsibility of these property owners, whether they have a villa or an Airbnb, to make sure of best practice and not leaving standing water around throughout the summer to allow these mosquitoes to breed. So I just think it's important to say as well that while these treatments are taking place, we're never ever going to get rid of the mosquitoes up here anywhere on the islands actually, or anywhere in the Mediterranean. I mean, it's something that we're going to have to live with as we go along, but hopefully that the treatments that are going to take place up here in the northeast of the island are going to help reduce the numbers as we go on through the season. Okay, so from this area we're going to head back onto the road. I'm going to head on into the direction of Puerto Pollensa. So I've come down towards Puerto Pollensa. I'm just before you get to Puerto Pollensa on Calle Salvador Dali. Now this is the start of the Albufera Nature Reserve, which you can see behind me. It's a really big bird watching area here. And it's also very popular with the lizards too. You can see one watching me film here on the fence. Now this particular area is quite popular, as I said, with bird watchers, but also they've got various villas and chalets in this area too, so a lot of people holiday just in from the beach from Puerto Pollensa. Now Alcudia Town Hall have assured me that they also treat this particular part of Alcudia just before you get to Puerto Pollensa, but I did actually contact as well Puerto Pollensa Town Hall, and they have advised me as well that they do make mosquito treatments as well, and they're going to be doing so as we run through the summer. Now they couldn't get anyone to talk to me about exactly what they're going to be doing, but I'm pretty much guessing it's going to be along the same lines as what is happening over in Alcudia. But as I have said, it's going to be completely impossible to get rid of mosquitoes forever. These tiger mosquitoes probably will not go away. They've probably arrived due to climate change maybe. You know, we're getting longer summers here, we're getting higher temperatures. We can only see insect numbers going up. So the treatments of the wetlands and the resorts and the land areas around here is going to be absolutely crucial in terms of maintenance of this kind of problem as we go on into the future. So I just want to say a very huge thank you to Tomás Adrover for giving up his time on a very rainy morning last week to show me around Alcudia and to talk me through exactly what they're going to do this summer for visitors coming over to the island. Now I have to say as well that don't just leave it to the council to avoid getting bitten, do take measures too. Please check out my holiday shop on Amazon and I'll leave the link for that in the description text below this video. I also have an article all about mosquitoes in Majorca on my website, which you can find on majorcaunderthesun.com. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Majorca Under the Sun. Now, I really hope this hasn't put you off holidaying in this absolutely amazingly beautiful area. I hope that the end of last year really was an exception rather than the rule going forward, and we're going to see mosquito numbers falling a little bit this year, and we're not going to have quite as many problems as we did last year. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.